The newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. More individuals are flocking to Comelec offices to register for the barangay and SK elections later this year. JC Cosico with a report.
Long lines welcomed voter registrants at the Comelec Quezon City on Saturday. Some sat on the sidewalk, others on the floor as they await registration for the barangay and SK elections. Many lined up as early as 6 a.m., just like Mary Grace Montemayor, who accompanied her 14-year-old daughter, Christina.
Para meron silang sa lipunan. Ambag ba? Karapatan nila yun eh.
Christina said she wanted to exercise her right to vote.
Kasi karapatan ko po yan, tas naming kabataan. Para po sa future po namin mga kabataan din po yung ginagawa po namin pagboto.
Felix Barakel, on the other hand, wants to have his voter record reactivated. He also accompanied his 16-year-old niece at the site. He is hoping that the barangay and SK polls will push through.
Habang tumatagal po, dumadami ang kabataan ngayon. Saka lang mas malakas ang boses ng kabataan.
But many were dismayed after not making it to the 400 registrant cut-off. Julius Bergonia said this is his second attempt to register but to no avail.
Trabaho nila yan eh. Dapat kung hanggang alas 5. Hindi sila nagka-cut off. Diba? Ano ba? Tinatamad na ba sila? Pagod na ba sila? Palitan dapat yan.
That's why others opted to go home instead. News 5 is still trying to get the side of Comelec QC on this, but as per Comelec, the cutoff depends on the number of individuals an office can accommodate per day.
Tao rin po yung ating election officer at election assistant. They start there at the office before minsan 7 a.m. to prepare the machines, to prepare everything.
Apart from having off-site and satellite registration centers, the poll body is also looking for ways to address the problem. As of July 14, new voter registrants have reached over 1.2 million, exceeding the poll body's 1 million target. More than half of that number are 15 to 17-year-olds.
Mataas po ang interes ng ating kababayan sa eleksyon. Kasi nga po, tandaan nyo, dala-dala pa rin natin yung election fever ng May 9. So nakita nila kung gaano kahalaga. Kahit hindi ka pa po 15, but on or before December 5, you'll turn 15, pwede na po magparehistro yan.
Comelec said voter registration will continue until July 23, and an extension is unlikely.
Unfortunately, gustuhin man po namin i-extend pa yung registration. Ang mangyayari po kasi, maglalabag kami sa batas. Sinasabi po kasi sa RA 8189, talagang 120 days before an election, bawal na po magparehistro, galawin yung project of precinct or gumawa ng panibagong presinto.
Meantime, the Comelec reminds registrants to try and line up early in sites and to bring the required documents to speed up their transactions. Their offices are open from Mondays through Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. For News 5, JC Cosico, we are One News.
The Labor Department encourages the public to be more positive about the government's right-sizing plans. Secretary Bienvenido Laguesma explained that the proposal could mean simplifying office procedures, not necessarily downsizing the public labor force. He added that there is even a possibility that right-sizing could result in the hiring of more people by the government with a lot of tasks to perform. Many labor groups have slammed the proposal floated by the Budget Department, raising concerns over a possible massive retrenchment. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Heat waves are not stopping Europe from burning more coal as Russia's war with Ukraine disrupts fossil fuel resources. More details in this Bloomberg video.
It's hot in London. The drawn-out heat wave hitting the UK has been deemed a danger to life. And it's not just Britain. Parts of Europe are expected to see temperatures above 40 degrees this summer. It's a stark reminder of climate change. In 2021, Brussels unveiled a suite of plans to meet the 2030 goal of reducing emissions by 55% from 1990 levels. €1 trillion was set aside for sustainable investments. But Russia's invasion of Ukraine has put the energy transition at a crossroads. Europe is reliant on gas piped from Russia. Now, countries have been returning to dirtier fossil fuels, which were already on their way out to keep the lights on. Germany is delaying the retirement of some coal and oil-fired power plants, and the Dutch are lifting a cap on power generated from coal. Legislators say that these measures will be temporary, but they mean that Europe will have to decarbonise faster later this decade in order to make up for the lost time and extra emissions. The heat is also putting its own pressures on the power grid. As more Europeans turn to air conditioning and electric fans, it could dwindle the energy supply further. And rivers are running low across Europe, lessening the generative power of hydroelectric plants. Looks like Europe is in for a long and hot summer.
Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. Another major oil price rollback is expected in the coming days. Unioil projects that gasoline prices would go down by up to 4 pesos and 80 centavos per liter, while per liter prices of diesel could be slashed by as much as 2 pesos and 10 centavos. The Octa Research Group flags rising COVID-19 positivity rates in several areas. In Metro Manila, the figure climbed to 12.6% as of July 15, up to 10.9% the previous week. Some areas like Aklan and Tarlac saw over 20% positivity rates, well above the international threshold of 5. And Pag-asa says several parts of Visayas and Mindanao will experience scattered rain, showers, and thunderstorms due to the southwest monsoon or habagat. Rains are also expected in Metro Manila and the rest of the country due to localized thunderstorms. The Weather Bureau has warned of possible flash floods or landslides. And for more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World Online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.